I know.
Oh, we're live.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Brian McCarthy.
Everybody be cool.
Everyone, take your hands out of your pockets because we know you're not looking for change. It's the
Whoa.
Brian McCarthy interview show. Stage right, Adam Hineker. Stage left is Hollywood Howard, our guest here for the end of the year show, and of course, our Christmas show. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't. We're not.
Take
one-
a read, Doc.
We're not one of those. We're not one of those libtards. This is Happy Holidays. No. You
This is
America.
Christmas.
No,
this is Christmas.
This is a Christian country, and we say
that's
Merry Christmas to you.
I fully recognize that. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hanukkah's a lesser Judeo holiday.
Well,
it's not
lesser.
They've been trying to. They've been doing a big marketing push. They've been trying to make it into the Jewish Christmas
For about 1,000 years,
Yeah.
but it's not working.
Christmas is the it's the 900-pound gorilla in the room. But enough about my ex-wife.
Ho!
So funny. We were talking about Christmas carols before this, and you know the song "Silent Night," which I think is also written by Irving
How does
Berlin.
that go?
Come on.
A Jew.
Yeah, right. Right. I don't know this one. Hum a few bars. But it's funny because the song goes "Silent Night, all is calm, all is bright." I swear to God, for years, and I still maintain.
What do you got?
What did you hear?
What do you got?
I not even kidding. I thought it was
Brown?
I thought it was
Oh,
Brown.
you thought it was Brown Young Virgin,
I thought
right?
it was Brown Young Virgin. I
Yeah.
thought we talked about Brown.
Maybe it was.
Well, she sure was.
Yeah.
Number one,
She had to have been.
Mary was 11, and she was not white, and she was
She
a virgin.
wasn't?
I don't think. Come on.
Well, she
nobody-
was Semitic.
nobody
was
was
dark.
white.
She was
white in those days.
Caucasian, wasn't she?
Sephardic. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I think
she
when
was
you.
Negroid. Is that?
I
what
don't
you're
think
saying?
she-
Black.
Negroid.
Hey, everybody.
Oh,
It's
my
good. Well, I want to
God.
say goodbye to YouTube.
He's making up new antiquated terms.
yeah.
No, that's
She was a
that's
quad-
anthropology.
She was
a-
Afro-American.
She was
no,
quadroon.
it's
Afro.
anthropological.
Howard and his eugenics tour of the.
Yes.
No, all I'm saying
They
is.
may have had something there.
Well, they say that
You know? I mean,
Jesus was certainly not blonde with blue
No.
eyes.
no.
I mean,
he looked
and-
more like me.
I don't think that's
Jew.
Jewy. I mean, no. I think
Not that Jew.
Long hair,
I think
long
he
fur.
was.
Except for the nose.
He was Arabic looking. I mean,
Yeah, of course
yeah,
he
but
was.
you
But
know,
what would he have been?
You have an equine. You have a vulpine looks. You know, you're highly structured bone structure. You know what I mean, like a wolfish countenance. But
Yeah, mine is more wolfish.
yes. But I do think that
Yehoshua.
I don't know that. Yeah, you like that?
He was gay,
Fucking-
wasn't he? I mean,
he
let's
hit
get
the-
this out on
He
the
hit the
table.
daily double.
He
this
was
guy.
gay, for sure.
Well, he ran around with the 12 apostles, and they never walked. They would.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You know, it's. I don't know how much.
Certainly
I
not.
don't know how much New Testament you read, but Jesus was. They
Some.
were always washing each other's feet.
Yeah, what's with that?
I think it was more. It was a question of the. It was like showing. I guess your feet got dirty because you're walking around the desert all the time.
That's right. With no.
Hey, you carry a pumice stone with you.
you
yeah,
think?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
walked
think
around
so,
in your
yeah.
bare
I
feet
think all
or
that
sandals.
sand, by definition, was a pumice
yeah,
stone.
yeah, no, you're
I think
you're right.
everything was a
No,
pumice
what?
stone.
Right.
Pumice.
In
We're
pumice,
walking
yeah.
on a pumice stone.
But I think also, and I think the washing stopped at the ankles. I don't think they went anywhere north
How
of
do
the.
you know that?
Because
Come on.
they didn't have showers.
Give me a break.
They had, but I think your feet.
What
were,
about a golden shower? They had
Oh yeah,
those.
yeah. Jesus was
Wow.
constantly pissing on the other apostles.
Howard's getting
Yeah.
into some
I'm-
weird shit in
I
this
just had to
third
be-
act.
No, right.
Look what they gave me before we went on.
we got it.
Oh,
It
that's
was
right.
it was
Yeah, that's
full
right.
when that when
Yeah,
it-
let's.
when we started.
As a matter of fact, you guys.
let's
you
do
wanna-
another
you
round.
wanna top
we'll
'em
keep
off?
talking while you go.
Yeah.
filibuster.
Howard, are you a big? Do you like to? Do you imbibe much? Do you have a drink from time
Well,
to time?
being a Jew, I don't imbibe that. You can't imbibe that.
it's
much.
not a. Yeah, it's not.
It's
a,
not in the genes, even if you
right.
want to.
It's not a Semitic thing.
No, it's not a Semitic.
Yeah.
But-
the
but-
goy were the ones that really.
You
get
guys,
into-
the goyim love to drink.
I like that crystal meth. Have you tried that? I like it so much I sold all my appliances.
Liquid crystal meth. You drink that
Sure,
stuff
yeah,
too.
little drop on the tongue
Yeah, you
right
guys,
before I.
you guys can do it.
Oh yeah.
We can't do that. It's very rare to find.
I mean, I can't. I'm
Jewish
starting to think maybe I am
alcoholism.
Jewish because I have almost like a.
you have no tolerance?
Yeah, I'm
that
like
true?
borderline. Yeah.
As a
You
matter
don't drink alcohol?
If I drank
Or-
that, I would
you
feel
be all-
hungover before it was even like.
No
done.
kidding.
Yeah. it's-
Maybe he has
I
a
have the
Jewish
worst
grandfather or
drinking
something.
Oh come on.
like Barry
Howard, let's not-
Goldwater. I mean,
But who was
father's
Barry?
line's name. I mean, not his mother, but his
Who
father.
was Barry Goldwater?
What?
Who was Barry Goldwater? I'm familiar with the name, but I know it was like a Nixon era politician, right?
Barry Goldwater was the Goldwaters had the largest department stores in Arizona. From Grandpa's, and then Barry was
They sell
he
a lot
was
of
the
belt
United-
That's the
buckles.
guy that manages my portfolio, Barry
Yeah.
Goldwater.
Goldwater, and he was a U.S. senator from Arizona,
Okay.
Goldwater Holdings.
and he was the godfather, really, of modern Republican conservatism.
Okay.
He was a
and
very powerful figure in the early '60s,
are you talking about trickle-down economics?
as much as well as other shit.
Laissez-faire economics?
Oh, you speak German too?
Yeah, sure
I
do.
didn't know that.
Well, you mentioned golden showers. Yeah, but you know what? It's funny because like a town like Phoenix, Phoenix like 40 years ago had like 50,000 people in it. Like those
Yeah.
towns have
Now
really
it's got, oh yeah.
they've really exploded.
Like
Oh yeah, we're
stagecoaches
talking Goldwaters
and dirt
were
roads.
pioneers way
Yeah.
way back.
Well, yeah, they're like these goyim are gonna need saddles. Let's go, everybody. let's leave the shuttle.
Yeah.
And there's no Cossacks in Arizona. Arizona was the last state other than our two
new
bastard
ones.
states.
Yeah.
Hawaii. Give me a break. Alaska. Keep
They're
going.
states.
You know what I call Alaska? McKinley's Folly. That's right.
Oh, I like that.
You like that? That was what they called it. Did you know that?
No.
When
I
McKinley
did not know that.
McKinley was
I'm
the
doing
guy.
impressions now.
He was
Who is that?
Well, it was
It was either Ross Perot or Johnny Carson.
and
One
little
of the
Ronald
two.
Reagan, to be honest with you. Right.
I did I did not know that.
Well,
That is
five flat tax.
weird.
But Brian, it
wild
wasn't
stuff.
McKinley. It was Seward.
Seward's Folly. You're right. Sorry about that.
McKinley got shot
Okay.
in
but,
Buffalo.
But President Seward.
No, Secretary of State.
Okay, but he's the one that put the deal together to buy
Yeah,
Alaska.
he bought. That was a good move.
Well, back
Okay.
in those days, they're like, what is it? Just a bunch of moose and
Right.
moose and Eskimos.
It was a great price.
Inuits.
yeah.
While we're on
Is that a
that,
thing?
Please.
one of the reasons one of the policies that I agree with Trump on, not
Oh,
that
boy.
not
All
that
right.
I
Cut
want him
him
to
off.
be president, is the purchase. I think that Greenland would be a great purchase and a great 51st
Greenland.
state.
I don't
Seriously,
think is Greenland
Seriously.
for okay.
Is it for sale? Is it up for
Everything's
sale?
for sale.
Have they staged it? Have they
the
staged
Danish are going to
Greenland?
need money. Everybody needs money.
now I'm
We'll buy
starving.
it from them. I think it's a great idea. Great idea.
Let's just hold
Very
on.
forward thinking.
Let's hold on for 1 second.
Cold up there.
Number one, Trump.
Not anymore. It's
you-
becoming warmer. Sorry.
Can you buy? Can another country sell a chunk of its own country?
Absolutely.
But are the Danish in NATO? Meaning, so then you can't just. I don't care who you are. You can't just roll into another country and be like, "I'll give you $1 trillion."
We're not going to roll in. We're just going to make an offer.
Yeah, but
Just whip out your checkbook,
the-
your
yeah.
big ledger
yeah,
checkbook.
exactly. Who do I make this out to?
Your quill
Which
pen.
one of you Danes? Hamlet.
Danes.
Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Hamlet.
Hamlet Bank of guys. Don't cash this till February. I gotta move some money around.
I got to yeah, definitely
Yeah.
post date.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
I don't care what you say.
I don't. By the way, you're saying it like I'm arguing with you. I don't even.
Stop arguing with me about that.
All right, fine. we
Guys,
can buy
it's the
Greenland.
holidays.
I know.
Yes,
It's not
the holidays.
fight. We're
Every-
family.
You can't fight in here.
We're
This
like
is the war room.
family.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
That's right.
Oh, the
Every
best.
every Christmas we fight about Greenland.
I know. On and on.
No, but seriously, my question for you is: can another country sell a big? How does Daneland?
Daneland. Yeah,
How do the
Daneland could
Danish
sell. They could
What
sell
country is
Greenland.
Danish?
Denmark, right?
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. I believe
Yeah.
I'm a little. I think I have a Danish
That was
grandma,
good.
so I should know that.
You're
no
gonna have
wonder
some-
you can't drink.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
some Irish in you if you're not careful.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
No, but
Vikings.
why do
They sailed.
why do those fat cats in Copenhagen have any? Why do they own Greenland at all? But I'm saying
Because some Vikings went over there and they planted their flag.
Right.
Because
Because-
since it was cold and far away and there was nothing going on, everybody just it
so
wasn't important.
so because Leif Erikson showed up there in
Yeah,
on
first.
a longboat.
First, in a long
Okay.
boat.
And then
He was
so
the first white person to show up there, not indigenous.
are there indigenous people? Are they what
Yeah,
are they called?
the-
Lapland? Are they
Yeah.
Laps?
No, they're not. They're not in Greenland. The Laps are over.
But I'm saying, but they have to be related to the
Scandinavia.
Laps.
they're cousins of Laps.
Okay. So right now, that big rock of Greenland, which isn't green at all, it's like ice, but it's melting apparently.
Yeah, everything's getting.
What's underneath it? Are there oil and gold?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Name your minerals.
Okay.
Because there's more ice.
Borate, bauxite,
borax. Borat.
kryptonite.
Borat's under there.
There's kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
Well, finally beat
Frankincense,
Superman.
myrrh.
Yeah, golden eye. Right.
Yes.
Charcoal.
And there's also room.
Unobtainium.
There's room for humans who are migrating by the hundreds of millions from the south. Where are you going to put all these people?
Yeah, Greenland's pretty big, but it's all water. So if it melts, isn't it just gonna?
No, it's land.
Oh, there's land underneath it.
For
Trump's like, we'll put wind
Somebody's
farms
surrounded by water.
because we'll put all those wind farms on there. They'll kill all the birds.
Sure.
And then we'll. But I still.
Icy wind farm.
I still feel like the rest of the European Union would have a real problem with a member of NATO selling a massive chunk of land to anybody. I feel like they're not. I feel like
no,
they
the Europeans are capitalists. They want money.
But they're not going to. The Danes. Well, what are they going to do? France is going to be like, break off a little piece for me. What
Well,
about
they'll
something
cut
for the
off a
Gipper?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? They get the union approval for it.
Yeah,
and they'll give every member a little chunk.
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, listen, I understand
Why-
what
why
you're
not?
saying. I feel.
Christmas present.
Yeah, all right. They're like, what's under the tree? Don't worry, Germany. You'll get your. What are you getting? Give them $7 million. They're like, no, but now we have Trump in our backyard. Now what? Trouble for all of us. Troubles. Well, I think it's an interesting idea, but I don't think that because 1,000 years ago, Leif Erikson showed up, all of a sudden the Danes can dust off some sort of weird charter written on whale flesh and be like, nope, we own this. And
But
we're
they
gonna
do own it. No, everybody agrees with that. And that's not an issue.
But I think like
It's the Danes. For now.
have
Right.
you been? Yeah, right.
No, I haven't been to Greenland.
Have you been to Copenhagen?
Yes.
Is it nice?
Very nice.
bet
It's
it is.
charming.
Yeah.
You were charmed by it?
Scandinavia's charming.
All that,
Charmed, I'm sure.
all that,
They're all white.
all that chewing
almost.
tobacco.
Okay.
There's a lot of pretty
Right.
girls.
A lot of
It's
empty canisters
quiet.
laying around.
It's quiet.
Quiet.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of. I bet
It's beautiful.
I bet it's one of those countries where like a cup of coffee is 17. What is it, kroners or something weird? Like they have weird
That's
money.
Norway's
That's
kroners.
right. But they're in the union, so I think
Guilders.
it's
Copenhagen
euros.
is,
you can be.
A cup of coffee is about 25 euros. Yeah.
yeah, you can be in the union.
And one
That's
of
a lot
these
of-
is
that's
about
a lot of
extra
euros.
5 or 10.
Yeah, but there's a lot of taxes up there because they
Yeah,
have to,
oh, yeah.
they have to
But
pay.
There's a lot of there's good health care and stuff.
Of course.
You
Well,
get universal just
You
everything.
do. No, you do.
well, you know the
you
word.
do.
Here's the thing about
I
it.
mean, that system, it works.
Yeah, but okay.
You pay very high tax, but you
Right.
get all the
Universal
social-
sports cars.
everything.
Yep.
Universal trophy wives.
Everyone gets a Peugeot.
You get everybody. You just get
The
everything.
health care, the employment. all that
85%
stuff. I mean,
taxes,
But
but,
it's all-
everything's covered.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Those countries, the reason why it's all subsidized is because they pull all that dirty energy out of their oceans. So they're like, you must have green energy, but meanwhile they export, fossil fuels. So it's all bullshit, really.
Well, hypocrisy is you have to embrace contradiction.
The order of the day.
If you don't embrace contradiction, you cannot understand existence. That's my thing.
Wow.
Wow,
guys
this is some Christmas show. How are you doing, by the way?
This guy's a poet.
Yeah.
I know, God. Hey, for
What are we,
Christmas,
woke or something?
can
I mean,
Santa
come
bring
on,
can
this is-
Santa bring me earplugs yesterday? How are you doing, by the way? How's it going?
Okay, but
Everything good?
just do a Jackie Mason.
Everything above board?
How you doing? You like the cookies? Hey, you go over here. Greenland. You go to Greenland. The Gentiles have a drink in Greenland. They have
Are
schnapps.
there any
They
Jews
go-
in Greenland now? That's impressive.
There's always a if you have 7, you can make a what do you call that?
A minion.
A minion, right?
10.
Oh,
You have to have 10 males.
how is Steve Carell? Carell.
Steve Carell?
Despicable Me.
Jewish?
Ah.
No, he's
No, I
the
don't think so.
minion. It's stupid.
The Minions joke. Pixar joke.
Are there any Jews in Greenland?
Dream-
oh my
that's
God,
DreamWorks.
that's a question. Can you look that up?
There, of course, there are
let me-
Jews in.
I
I wonder
mean-
if there's a shul in Greenland.
My
I'd
friend
like to
Paul, shout out Paul Denon. He said he lives anywhere you go. There are like at
There's a
least
Jew.
there's Jews.
Right.
There's Jews
Sure.
in Africa. There's like a
visit. I know, but in
Chabad.
Yeah.
Greenland,
Yeah. Are there
Maybe.
people in Greenland? That's
a
at
few.
least.
No, there's some thousands.
If there are people, there are Jews, right?
Yes.
Right, so therefore there are Jews.
And there's
Okay,
somebody.
that's settled.
And there's somebody who's like, look at the fucking Jews over there. Look at them.
It's always
there's
about the
yeah,
fucking Jews.
I don't know. Do you know why I really
Even
think
in
that is?
Greenland.
Do you know why? Because
I'd like to know why, because that's an important question.
I'll tell you
actually.
why. Because Jews,
Excuse me.
since they are what are they called? The chosen people, and I think that
That's what
annoys
we call
that
ourselves.
annoys everybody.
Do you know what I've been
Right.
deadly? Do you know what I've been saying to everybody?
What?
That I can get a hold of in a discussion. since that happened, the October 7th and the whole thing, exactly what you said.
Yes.
I said, all this anti-Semitism
Yep.
debate is just completely on the surface. It has nothing to do with the reality. You have to
Right.
go back, way, way back. And if you go back to chosen stuff, then you see how other people would be pissed off at you.
And they still are. Yeah, the Romans.
You're chosen and you're better, so that's
Yes.
going to make a problem with
It's-
other people.
It's like it's like with the kid
mean,
with
that-
if you go to the playground, you go, I have the nicest bike, and God loves me more than any of you. Everyone's like, fuck you. That's it. So it is really.
But it's
Tends to
very-
rub people the wrong way.
It has
it's-
nothing really to do with Jewish or not.
I don't think so.
I agree with you.
It has
I've been-
to do with that. Now, I'm not saying that's good or bad. It just is, but that's a problem.
And also, weirdly,
It makes a problem for the other.
it's also not an
You
evangelical
don't have to be
religion.
brilliant to see that.
So you can't become Jewish if you wanted to be. So it is
Right,
like
we're
an
not evangelical.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
an insular culture
very
that says they're the chosen people. So for since the dawn of time, people have been annoyed by that, and it's a
You have
shit.
two Reichs against you right there.
Yeah.
Get it? Two
The
Reichs
Reichs.
against
yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So so that's
Like
it.
having a number
Now, how
one
do you
dad
deal
coffee
with
mug
that?
at
I
the
don't
office.
know. That's a huge
What are you
thing.
going to change that? I don't.
How do you change
Yeah,
it?
We're pretty
Can you
good.
Change that?
We're
no, it won't
pretty
work.
good people.
It won't work.
Super duper.
I can't go into shul tomorrow morning and say, I have a great idea.
I have a
My
great-
grandma
Why don't we
says
become-
I'm.
Hey.
Why don't we become like,
Chosen.
we're okay, just like everybody else. We're
Yeah.
good, we're important, we're blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
We're meaningful and all of that. Of course, very distinguished people in human history. But we're not better than
How about
everybody.
this?
They won't buy it.
We're God's favorite, but it's not our fault.
Right.
That could be maybe.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
didn't-
didn't. You don't
we
get to
didn't-
That's
choose who's.
clever.
We didn't choose to be
Right.
chosen.
Don't hate.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, yeah. Could they just need a
That's
new?
good.
They need a new marketing.
Got to rebrand.
Yeah,
No, you got to rebrand.
Gotta
but we
rebrand.
didn't-
Spin it.
We didn't
Yeah.
choose
Spin
to
it.
be chosen. I
Yep.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, but still,
Because then the Christians, not the Muslim probably, but the Christians, for example, might say, okay, that's
Yeah.
the will of.
I don't think the
you know,
Christians are the ones
Almighty.
you have to worry about.
It's not their fault.
No. Yeah. However, then
No,
people
but
are
we
gonna-
need allies.
But then people are going
we
to
need
do.
allies.
People are going to go. Oh, you know what? Then I want to be Jewish. They go. No, you can't. No, you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
be.
but you
Yeah.
can. You can convert.
I don't. Do
We
you
take
really
you in.
think you take in hot shiksas? That's all you take.
I take in.
You sure do.
Fuck yeah.
Yow!
Kim
Kim,
Basinger.
Fuck yeah.
Kim, convert.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, please, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
become
he's,
will you
Howard is
convert?
hot for Kim Basinger, which,
Can
is,
we
Very
which
hot.
is great.
Who isn't?
Let's look up
Yeah.
a picture.
How could you not be?
Can we
Let's
look
Right
could you
now?
put a
Yeah,
picture
let's.
on the
Okay.
thing?
Can we look up
Let's
a
look
picture?
up right
Even
now.
with clothes.
We're gonna look at. Well, I hope she's
Kim Basinger,
at her age.
2023.
So
Oh
I hope
my
she
God.
doesn't do anything anymore in terms of like working. Do you know who also doesn't work?
Doesn't she own
Well,
a
what does
town?
she have to
Ooh,
work
oh
for?
boy, she's got a lot of work.
Why should she
done.
work?
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yikes.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Of course she
Oh no!
does.
I don't want to see that.
Oh. Yeah, Howard's like he wants to see her all wrinkly.
I want to. No, I
You want
don't.
to check it out?
Oh no! You're kidding.
It's pretty.
No, for
she's,
real.
She's pretty stretched.
Oh, Kim. Why
You know
did
what, though?
do
I'd still
that?
have
She's not. Oh,
Why did you-
100%. 100%. 100%.
It's fine.
It's a
fine.
little scary, but I'd still.
It's fine. Yeah. Lights out. It'd
Yeah,
be
oh,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
she was a beaut, though.
Oh,
I'll tell you.
man.
I tell you what.
Remember that scene in 9.5
That's-
weeks when he's feeding her? Now you'd have to feed her like Metamucil and like low salt items.
Right, yeah,
you know,
high fiber.
Yeah, high fiber, exactly. You close her eyes. She's like, "What are you feeding me? It better not have a lot of." I'm doing. I fucked that up. I had nothing. I was trying to think of
I
that
thought you were
diet.
going in the
Well, I was.
Mason direction,
Hey,
but
what are you
I
feeding me?
didn't.
Hey, this better be a Bailey. I like a Bailey. What happened to the hole? It's a big old hole.
Jackie Basinger.
Yeah, Jackie Basinger. Hello. I bought a town in
I love
Atlanta.
his Jackie
I
Mason.
bought a
It's
town in
so
Georgia.
I've got children with Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, a daughter named Ireland. Who has a daughter named Ireland? It's like having a daughter named Israel. Wait, I have a daughter named Israel. Poor
So
Jackie
cute.
Mason. I told you
What
his,
happened to him? He
um,
died.
Yeah, hang gliding
He died?
accident. Yeah, he was like 90, fucking
Hand
90,
gliding, yeah.
99 years old or something.
I loved him.
I told you he has a daughter that runs around the city,
Sheba.
right? Yep.
And the crazy thing is, doesn't he
Where is
deny
she?
that it's his daughter, but her
Okay.
face looks
Let me-
just like
Sheba?
Jackie.
Okay.
Does she talk
I
like
know
you,
that-
just like him?
I
Oh.
know that we're doing a lot of. I know that this doesn't usually translate to the show, but can you show Howard a picture of Sheba?
Sure, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I want to
here's
see a picture of Sheba Mason.
Okay,
Sheba
here's
Mason.
the,
or
let
whatever
me,
her name is.
Let me explain to you the deal. Sheba Mason is Jackie Mason's illegitimate daughter, and she's about 60 years old, and she does comedy all over New York. And
Does
he,
she- oh, she
and,
is?
And hold on, he will not acknowledge. He did not acknowledge it was his daughter. Meanwhile, if you look at her, she
Check
looks
her
like
out.
Jackie Mason with a wig on. Like if that's
She's
not
scary.
yes. Well, listen.
Like if Jackie
Well,
Mason was
Biden
a
won't
pinup
acknowledge-
girl.
yeah.
Joe won't acknowledge his granddaughter or whatever that's about.
Are we talking Joe Biden? Well, you're full of politics today.
Oh,
aren't you?
yeah.
Wow.
Always. No, really, that's Jackie Mason's
Yes.
not quote
He won't-
unquote not legitimate daughter.
He's like, what do you mean? That's not my daughter.
Who is the mother?
Kim Basinger, which is
Yeah,
brings it all around.
Weirdly, that's why we brought it up.
Yeah, exactly. Circle.
That's
gets,
why she looks weird.
Circle gets the square. No, the mother is like some cocktail waitress. She was a stewardess
Right.
in Pan Am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who the
Right,
mother
probably.
is, but the,
Oh,
the-
so because she's on the comedy.
she's on she's been around for a
is she
million
funny or
years.
something?
Doesn't she call herself Jackie Mason's illegitimate daughter? I think it
Is
is
that her
She has been a thorn
subtitle?
in his side. I think his whole. Yeah, but I mean, look again. The guy's dead, so what are you going to do? But I mean, I
let's
don't.
not speak ill of the dead.
I don't think. I do it all the time.
okay, let's
but-
speak ill of the
'cause
dead.
there's so many more dead people than alive people. So what are you going to do?
How many humans have died? That's such an
Oh
interesting.
God,
Billions.
Trillions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more every day.
It's so amazing that there are so many of us.
and then have
I
come
mean,
and
people
gone.
are really
I heard.
all the time. I mean, they got
Like bunny rabbits.
They have to be. There's
sure.
billions of people.
I was listening to a radio show
Isn't it weird?
yesterday.
The immigration. Look,
Okay.
okay, I'm sorry.
not?
Wait, just
It's
one
okay.
thing.
Please.
Well, he's marveling at human
yes.
reproduction.
I am marveling at it. You look at the fucking
can't
southern border thing.
Oh,
There's
God.
miles and miles of people. Where do they
Catholicism.
come from? Yes,
They come from the Bible.
they're coming from the South America.
Yeah.
And also.
Catholic South America.
And also
no
Hamas-
Jews on that line.
It's probably at least
All right,
7.
So you were listening to the
right.
radio. And
Someone's
then what
got to.
happened?
Okay. What I was listening to is somebody was positing that.
nice
Thank
vocabulary.
you. That there have been probably several civilizations on the planet even before. Because our civilization has been around for what, about 35,000 years, they say, about the Hittites or the Phoenicians or whatever. That was like. And then there's weirdly, there were all of those people, the Sumerians, the Hittites, the Phoenicians, and then something happened where they all went out except for the Egyptians, and then that started like the Third Age. Anyway, my point is that the Earth is so old that people are saying that like the vast majority of the Earth has either been on fire or frozen, right?
Yeah.
So,
right,
but they're
not
so,
hospitable to this.
what I'm saying is like since the beginning of time, there could have been a civilization, a giant lava event, or what do they call that?
Lava
execution event, or what do they call that? The
Extinction event.
Extinction?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
extinction
Sure.
level event.
Sure.
Okay.
So there could
It's a
have been
great Busta Rhymes album.
So
too.
hoo ha! I got you
That
all in
actually
check.
is a Busta Rhymes album. Extinction Level.
Buster
So
Rhymes.
my point, busting nuts in your butt. So that's what they did. I busted nuts, and now I have a daughter. Hey, that's what they did.
That's another
I made a
thing.
daughter.
Is that how she
Do
came
this,
about?
hey.
Maybe.
But my point is there could have been all of this, right? Giant extinction level event.
Yeah.
Then it happened again.
Yeah.
Then it could have.
Oh, sure.
So it's like
What do we
it
don't
doesn't
know.
really matter anyway. But it's
No,
just
it
kind of an
doesn't.
interesting idea. So that is my problem in my life is that I feel like I have to always drag myself out of the feeling that nothing matters because what's the fucking point of anything?
What's
Well,
the
we're not
point?
sure, but it is a question.
Yes, it's the age-old
It's a
question.
legitimate question.
Like, do you believe in God? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in God, Howard? Go ahead.
It's not
He's
the question.
listening.
I'm not going to use the word God.
Oh, boy, here we
the
go.
jury is
Deity.
out. But
What's the jury?
The jury is out. But
jury
a higher
on a higher
power, the higher power, a greater force.
We're really
intelli-
going
Yes,
through the
I
fundamentals
do
today.
believe in that for
So
sure.
you
Okay.
believe that
For
all
sure.
of this was created by some sort of a force?
well,
I'm just
well,
curious.
it is created
Big
by a
Bang?
force.
But you know what I'm talking about.
an
I'm talking
intelligence,
a
that's what we
personality.
mean. An intelligence.
Right.
An
I
architect.
kind of do because I saw 2001: Space Odyssey again.
Sure,
the most important film ever made.
Okay.
And when you see that monolith,
Uh-huh.
it's just a symbol for the higher intelligence, and it's kind of floating around through time. It's, there's something. Magritte, my favorite. The surrealist painter master.
Dada.
Yeah,
Who's your surrealist master? Who do you like?
Magritte. René
Salvatore
Magritte.
Dali.
No, Dali was
The Dalai Lama?
fun. Dali was fun, but not
Okay.
really serious. Magritte is really. The man in the bowler hat.
Yeah, we're familiar.
That guy.
With the apple?
The apple.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm familiar
He
with
put
that.
it. He said in French. He said in his native language, "Il y a un mystère." There is a mystery. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est?
What is it?
What is it?
Right. What is it? Yes.
So
Sounds like a real comédie moron en français.
that's what I.
But
think.
I'm saying, so it's a question that's unanswerable.
right.
So then why
the
then-
unanswered question.
So then that I would pose to you then, if it's a question that isn't answered, then why even ask the question? Like then the concept, the thought.
Because we have the consciousness, the intelligence ourselves to at least ask a question.
But where does that even get you?
It's not a matter of get. It just is.
Okay, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, the get is another question. Okay,
Right.
you want to get somewhere with it? Then we can talk about, okay, where's it going to get us? But
like-
we don't know.
but I
We're
was
not
thi-
sure yet.
But I was thinking,
Jury is out.
like the principal tenet of Catholicism is that we're all born with original sin, right? So you spend your entire life basically trying to not sin enough so that when you die, you get judged and you're able to go to heaven. It's preposterous.
You believe that crap?
No, I don't believe any of this. I believe less of God than you do. Okay, you know what I mean? Like I don't think.
Whoa, boys, it's not a contest.
Oh, I do. Take my shirt off. That's
It's
it.
Christmas.
We're wrestling for
Yes.
Jesus.
What about
Everybody.
put the Jesus back in Christmas? What's
mean,
going on here?
Happy holidays. And what the hell is this Kwanzaa? Lighting a damn candle.
When does Kwanzaa?
Go back to work.
Kwanzaa's soon too, isn't it?
Let me look at the calendar. I think it's on.
And so's
Apple
Festivus.
calendar.
If anybody would know, it's over.
Yeah, this-
Are you
yeah.
a Kwanzaa guy?
Oh, big Kwanzaa.
in a manner?
No, I
of-
think he.
in a manner of speaking.
I think he's saying because
He has,
I.
he has a black girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I
I think that's
I like that stage whisper you did
right
into the microphone.
into the microphone.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa, is it one day or is it like a like?
And Andy Williams comes. And
How's Andy doing? Is he still with us?
dead
No.
as a doornail.
Is he?
He's right. He's but I think
He was such a nice guy.
one of those
Wasn't he,
guys that was.
or-
I think he was too nice. Probably like.
Was he?
Probably kicked a dog and stuff.
Check,
and-
check. Okay, we're back. Sorry, folks.
Everybody-
The,
sorry.
Hey, where were we?
We were talking about how God doesn't exist,
All
and then
that.
all of a sudden
and then weirdly, your laptop died. That-
we
that's,
were smoked.
Exactly.
Do you
we were-
think
we
there's
were-
a connection?
Yep, we were smited by.
That's not a coincidence. Come on, this has
we-
never happened before.
We angered your Jewish God. Sorry
don't,
about that.
Don't
Yahweh.
get Yahweh angry,
No.
buddy. He's no.
Guy holds a grudge.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He
point-
does.
point is, getting back to Catholicism.
Okay, let's
to
get
me.
back.
To me, it's just you're born. The whole idea is, and really, if you look at it, for me anyway, it was a way to keep everybody sort of in line. Even those 10 Commandments keep everybody in line. But without those 10 Commandments, you'd have a lot of problems. You know what I mean? Like it does sort of. I think they needed. Somebody was like, listen, things are, because human beings we're animals.
We're creatures, right.
We'll rip each other apart.
Yeah.
So
No, it's a
religion,
control. Sure, it's a control method.
religion
Sure.
serves a purpose.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
On a but I mean, at the same purpose that you could take the God out of it. But then again, if you just say to somebody, don't kill your brother, or you'll go to hell. You have to sort of invent this hell. You need like a whole
Keeps
sort
people
of
in line.
architecture of like
Yeah.
of consequences. You know what I mean?
But that's why Dante came in.
You talk about
Then,
the Inferno.
and
But all that was
then
all about
he
the,
could supply the structure.
that was all about the Medicis and everything. That was not
So?
really to do. That was all metaphorically about that 16th
but he
century
coming over.
Venetian politics.
he
Medici's
provided
are coming over for supper.
structure.
Oh, the Medicis are coming.
The Medicis are coming.
Michelangelo, do something with this ceiling, you big fag. Yeah.
Was he gay too?
Michelangelo?
They were all
yeah,
fucking gay.
yeah,
What's the story?
Well, I think in the Renaissance it was hard
Not
to
that
tell.
there's anything wrong with that.
Everyone's
No.
wearing tights. And everyone had the plague.
Hard
and-
to say what came first, all the gayness or
Yeah.
the tights.
It's hard to take these tights off. Let me just blow you.
The artistic flair, yes.
Yeah.
Or when in Rome.
Yeah.
Was the plague AIDS, maybe?
No, the plague was from was rats.
Not AIDS.
Yikes.
You ever hear? You know that? Ring around the posy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
That's about the bubonic plague.
Pocket full, ring
Goes
around the
back
rosy
to that,
pocket
right?
full of posy.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
it about? What is
It's about
posy?
it's about the bubonic plague. They thought posies, the
ashes,
flowers,
ashes.
protected you from the plague. So ring
Holy
around
shit.
the
That's
ring around the
fucking
rosy.
dark. I didn't
Yeah, it's
realize
dark,
that's what that
dark.
was about.
Probably the Chinese.
You want the
Fucking
the
What
chi-
about Red Rover? Was that communism?
yeah, the Red Rover? That's Red Rovers. Yes, it's about the Red Menace, or as
The
I
Red
call
Scare?
it, my wife's period.
Fuck yeah.
Communism.
Fuck every
By
time.
the way,
Communism.
All right,
A Jew.
Let me ask you something.
A Jew.
Yep, Lenin. Although
Marx.
Are you more of a Trotskyite? All right, let me ask
Do
you.
you know my?
Go ahead.
You know my cousin Yurovsky, my distant cousin, my great grandfather's generation, was the assassin of Tsar Nicholas II. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yep.
Was he?
My claim to fame, Yakov Yurovsky.
So
Which was my granddad's name.
Was he? Was he a red? Was he a communist?
Yeah.
And,
And he was the chief of the assassination squad.
there was a
On Tsar
squad.
squad.
Whoa.
Squad. You know, Cortez, Alex, what's her name?
I don't know.
Occasional Cortex.
Oh come on! Can you just
And him
Occasional
and those other guys were in the squad.
see? You're dipping into like I'm trying to keep a narrative here. So hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
It's okay. But what you're saying to me is during the last reign of Tsar Nicholas, okay, that was like when the Red Army fought the White Army and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
right?
in the Russian
So wait a minute,
Revolution.
right. So your great.
It was a cousin.
Okay, fair enough. I understand. You could say, so if you
With the
if you-
same name as-
If you guys had sex, your kids would be fine. It wouldn't be.
Yeah,
all-
he was a
yeah.
distant. I think probably.
Distant
I don't
enough.
know. I haven't tracked it, but I think it was a distant cousin.
How did they shoot? How do they shoot the czar?
They went in and they just
So he was
Shot
like
him.
murdered in a.
with the family.
Oh yeah, and with a little
Remember the Rolling Stones? The what's her name? Cried in vain. That line from the
sympathy for the devil.
yeah.
and-
Alexandria cried in vain.
I know
or-
my daughter loves the musical.
That's
Anastasia.
That's Anastasia cried in vain. That's the.
Okay.
They had them all in the room and they just shot them.
Right, but so they wasn't assassinated. They were
They
like,
were assassinated.
executed. Well,
Well, it's
assassination is
executed.
a little different. That's when you kind of jump out of bushes or something. By the way,
Well, they jumped out of bushes and then they went inside and they
next
killed
week, everybody, I'm going to Dallas, Texas, where I
No
am
way.
going to crack open that.
Ooh, good for you.
Meet me on the grassy knoll, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I'm going to go
You're
down
gonna
there.
bust
and-
this thing
Yep.
wide
What are you
open?
doing for? What are you
Get to the
doing
bottom
down
of it?
there?
One of my daughter's friends lives down there, so I'm going to take her, and then I'm going to sit in a hotel room in Plano, Texas, for 4 days straight.
Nice.
And oh, honey, I can't sit anywhere straight.
Get into some fucking.
We were supposed to have our
tomfoolery
convention
straight.
in Dallas.
Oh, the Know Nothings or whatever.
Yes,
they-
in
yeah.
April, and then it got moved to March, and then now it's moved to cyberspace. So I don't get
I was
to go
gonna,
to
I was,
Dallas.
yeah, I was gonna say now it got moved to never ever happening because that's a fucking pipe dream because you can't ever have that happening. You might as
No,
well
the
have.
convention. Well, it may not happen, but
It
it
might as
may
well happen in Oz. But all I mean is like, sorry, I don't mean to fucking shit on your political dreams. Of,
That's okay.
You know,
It's
but
no dreams.
well,
It's just a thing.
where
that's
were you guys
happening.
going to have it at the Radisson?
No, At this, I don't know anything about sports, but apparently in Dallas there's some gigantic new stadium with a blah blah blah.
I guess
Oh, is
so.
that new? I didn't actually.
I
didn't
forgot
know
what they
was
call
new.
it. It was going to be there,
Used to
but it's
be
probably
the-
too much money.
Was Jim Johnson? He owns the Cowboys, doesn't he? Do I have that right? Anybody?
So when are you going down there?
The 29th through the
Of-
2nd, 29th of December. So yeah, I'll be popping.
Now,
Well, yeah, in a couple of days. I mean, 4,
Can you-
5, 7
Oh.
days, 6 days, 8 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
AT&T
I'm jealous.
Stadium?
Is there something you want? I'll get you something.
yeah,
You
I
want
would like. I want you to go to
a piece of skull or something? A little
No,
JFK
please.
skull?
Oh no, that's not nice.
You're thinking of Jerry Jones, by the way.
Oh, Jerry
Jones. He's the
What-
Cowboys.
it's called
Jerry
the
Jones?
something or other.
AT&T Stadium. I
And
didn't
it's
know that
some
was
gigantic.
I cannot. There's enough.
Business.
There's enough knuckleheads like you that's going to fill that giant stadium. They thought.
new. Right?
Well, I think there aren't. That's why
Okay.
they changed it to
Yeah, Jerry Jones.
cyberspace.
You're
And
like-
it's cheaper.
Now we're having it at the broom closet.
right.
So hold on.
Radisson across the street.
Yeah. So I'm but I'm staying in Texas is very spread out. So
Yes,
I'm staying
it's
in
very large.
Yeah, Plano's like a suburb, right?
Yeah, but-
yeah.
Yeah,
Plano's-
yeah.
it's- That's where the potato chips come from.
You're thinking of Utz, Texas.
No,
yeah, but
Frito-Lay, Texas.
Frito-Lay. Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah,
Wait,
that
was
Plano.
that- oh, that was a
That's
joke.
Plano.
That-
No, Frito-Lay's Plano.
Oh, I'm taking a tour. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have-
Okay, it's a little ways out there.
Yeah, but it's all a little ways out there. So I
Looks
don't
like
know.
there's public transit. There's a train.
There's a
Once
dart-
a day.
It's called the Dart.
Head on into Dallas. Oh yeah, the
Dallas
Dallas Dart.
Dart.
Dallas
Oh,
area.
Jump on
Once
the
a
Dallas
day.
Dart.
Boy, you imagine the characters that are taking mass transit in Texas?
Ooh.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, there's some
Dallas,
stories there.
Texas.
Some stories there.
Yeah, I killed my wife because of drinking and driving, so I have to take this to my
Yes,
job.
yes.
I make corn chips all day long. Anyway,
Frito-Lay.
Yep.
I want you to go to the Carousel Club, find out where that was, Jack
that's
Ruby's
right.
club.
Okay.
I'm very interested in that. Of course, Jewish,
Okay.
Jewish connection.
Italian too,
You
right?
see what I'm saying? Maybe the mafia.
All right. I
There's
will.
something going on. We don't know what happened.
I feel like I cannot go to Dallas without going to the book repository. So I'm going to do it. Will you hit him off, please?
Sure.
And then I
of
also
course,
are
you
you
have to go to
good?
the book but don't be
repository.
ridiculous. The
Yeah.
book depository.
I also feel like, but here's the funny: I have a cousin who lives out there. He and I are not very close. But I mean, it's just by virtue of the geography of the thing. I've seen him maybe twice in 20 years, but he lives out there, and I don't know him very well. He's an one thing that does kind of stick in my craw a little bit is that he keeps referring to. He's like, "Oh, I have a ranch. I have a ranch. It's 100 acres. I think
That's a
ranch.
ranch.
That's a backyard in Texas.
Well, I
come
know,
on.
but you know, you got to call it a ranch.
I don't know what the unit of measurement is for a ranch.
How many cattle?
That's what I'm saying.
How many head?
Yeah,
How many
cattle?
steer?
How many
How many
ranch
heads you
hands?
got?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you
No,
don't,
in 100 acres, you can't. Gonna.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100 acres to me is like a preserve.
He probably has a tomato
Okay.
patch, you know.
yeah, I mean,
But
I
that's
think
all right.
I mean, it's a lot of
If he's
land. Don't get
growing
me,
something.
I don't think he's grown anything. I think he's probably bunkers
Oh,
full
was
of
he a gentleman farmer?
powdered eggs and fucking gunpowder. God knows what he's got going on. No, I think he goes
What,
out.
eggs and
who is this
gunpowder.
person?
No, he's my mom's brother's kid.
And he's,
My
what
Uncle
is he
Bob,
doing?
who died, and this
What
is
is
his
he
kid.
doing?
He's a banker. You know.
Oh, so?
Banker rancher.
You know, I think he's a pretty well-to-do,
That's his
relatively. Yeah, he's got. Apparently, it's a nice piece of thing, but it's just. I think it's a again. If he heard this, he'd probably be annoyed with me. But
Yeah, I hope he's
I
not
think
watching.
don't worry, he's fine. Don't worry, I think we're fine.
You don't think? Yeah,
But I
he's
think it's
working.
just if I put it this way, I don't care if it's Kevin or anybody. If anybody said they had a ranch, I would just find it obnoxious by default. You know what I mean? I don't know unless. I have been there's that ranch because I've driven through Texas twice, and there's I think it's the Double R Ranch.
That's the big one.
That's like 10 million.
thousand acres, yeah.
That's a ranch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I think there has to be a unit of measurement. Like you have to have X amount of acres in order for it to be considered
Well, yeah.
a ranch.
If you're kind of a wannabe Texan guy,
It
how
sounds-
do you
yeah,
how do you?
I guarantee
where
that
do you draw the line?
because he's from
on
Reston, Virginia. I guarantee
Yeah,
the other
exactly.
Texans are like, "You ever hear that old Kevin boy? He thinks he
Yeah.
got himself around. Well,
Yeah.
that's just a backyard, I declare. Him a
exactly.
dinger. Him a dinger.
Him a dinger.
Him a dingler. I think he's also vaccinated. What do you think of that, boys?
Oh,
yeah.
that's bad.
I think once upon a time he voted for that Bill Clinton putting cigars up that fat girl's twat. Can you imagine? In the damn White House, January 6th was nothing but a group of
Nothing.
patriots meeting
That's right.
meeting, looking to kill
Forceful
a bunch
meet
of
and greet.
forceful meet and greet, smash and grab as the blacks call it. Anyway, but I'm going to Dallas, going to Plano, and
Plano's
my daughter's going to stay at her friend's house, and I'm going to be there. So I don't know, but I
Yeah,
am going
so
to
you
get
have
to.
to go
I'll get you a
to,
T-shirt. What are you, a medium?
Yeah, medium.
Boy,
But I'm interested
Go ahead.
in the whole thing, of course, but
Well,
also, especially Jack Ruby's stuff.
I'm bringing
the
answers.
Jewish thing.
I'll bring answers.
Bring some answers
Yeah,
on
he's gonna
Jack.
come back.
I will come back.
See if you can find anybody. I found,
Go ahead.
for example, at All Angels Episcopal,
Oh boy.
down the block from
Yeah.
us on
The
West
homeless
80th.
shelter you hang out
Yeah,
in.
those are my boys and girls. One of the volunteer ladies from Dallas, and she's my age, not your age, but my age.
Okay.
And I said, "Did you have anything?" And she said, "Oh, honey, we were at the parade and saw the president before the motorcade. Went
Wow.
out."
Well,
you're not
Yeah,
gonna-
how about that?
You're not going to see him after. They
No,
stopped that
definitely
parade
not.
immediately.
Definitely
I
not.
know, but still.
She's like, they still let the bands go by.
going.
Those marching bands, they practice. Yeah. Just bring them through.
Bleeding out.
Come on.
It's sad, but let them come
LeBaron
through. Yeah.
Convertible.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That is cool. No, it's a piece. It's a real piece of history.
No, she was right. She watched the
Yeah.
motorcade
No, I
go
get
by.
it. I wonder if you said there's some gay bar that he owned or some Italian.
No, it was a strip club. You guys would be very. It was called the Carousel Club.
Yeah, but that was back when like.
I asked her. I said
Like
to her, "Did
they
your
wore
parent-
like pasties.
Did your
Yeah.
parents
There was a
know about the
comedian in
carousel?" She
between
said,
them.
"Oh yeah, I remember. They would go to the Carousel Club. It was a popular spot." They said,
Wow.
"Your mom went with?" He said, "Yeah, they'd go and they watch the show."
They go, Daddy would have sex with runaways in front of me. That's why I'm
Mm.
working at a
So,
soup kitchen.
I'm very interested exactly where it was.
Okay.
And
All right.
what the ambiance
Okay.
is and shit. Okay.
I
thank
wonder
you.
if it's still there. Probably
No,
isn't there.
I don't think it's.
They do have lots of strip clubs. I have done some investigating.
Maybe it's still there. Who knows?
Um,
Anyway, it was called
what's
at
it called
that
again?
time the Carousel
Carousel
Club.
Club.
We
yeah.
see if the Carousel Club
Jack
in
Ruby.
Dallas
Yeah,
is still
see
open.
if it's
Let me
still
see what
there.
cover is tonight.
Because I'll get you guys T-shirts.
The Carousel Club is
Yeah.
what it's
If
called.
the Carousel Club is still going,
And
I mean,
see
that
if
would
see
be
if
amazing.
Bob Crane, the guy from Hogan's Heroes, is still playing the
And it's
drums
in
there.
Dallas?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
downtown.
downtown.
That's how
Downtown
Jack.
Dallas. Let me see.
That's how Jack got into the
Yeah.
jail to
I
shoot
bet-
Oswald.
Listen, I bet there are more Jews in
Didn't you know that?
Greenland than there are in Dallas.
Well,
Well, no, there's probably.
I know one.
Yep. What, Jack
Al-
Ruby?
Alex Stein.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have a friend in Dallas? I'm looking to hang out with
He's
somebody.
yeah, actually, he.
you have a
may
Jewish
wanna, he might
friend
wanna
in
hang.
Dallas?
He's got that show on the Blaze TV.
What's that?
Alex Stein. He's the guy that does like the. For some reason, this is loading really slow. I don't think they care for the Carousel Club. He's the guy that shows up to like the fucking city council meetings and like freestyles about.
Oh, is this guy with the hat on? That like, hey, bro, like he pretends he's from like Southern California.
No,
Oh.
I'll show you some videos.
Okay,
later.
fair enough.
I assumed you guys knew each other.
Well, I knew that
Why
guy
is
in
this not-
Albuquerque, so maybe.
Right. Well, there's friends. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Carousel permanently closed.
Ah, shit.
Until further notice.
Wait, it closed in
Preston Road?
1964.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me that. Let's see. Carousel Club Burlesque. Would it be a
Yes.
burlesque?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, early 1960s.
That's it.
Let me
I
see
can't.
if it-
Strip clubs don't have that kind of staying power.
I don't know
No.
when. It doesn't say when it
60
closed.
years later?
Yeah, I
No.
don't think. Yeah, it's not like the Parthenon. you know?
It's not
Yeah. They're like, we've been around since 1850. We've been housing women
Right.
with cesarean scars as thick as a roadway map. Things
Not like the
like-
Parthenon.
Yeah, no. So, and,
All right, so anyway, if we can find more stuff out.
all right, I'll get down there.
Get some
Yep, I'll ask
texture.
around. They'll be like, there's an Easterner going around who's blonde as a bat, wants to know who shot who down in here.
Right.
I actually, it's funny. Remember ABC Carpet and Home, the store.
The name.
What's it?
I do. It's still there, right?
Barely. It's
Oh, okay. I feel like I
saw.
saw it last time I was because they're
It's
kind
a-
of it's by like ABC
it's-
Cocina, right? Or
Well,
like
that's
by
all the
one
same
of-
building, but yeah.
It's all the same. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
the
I feel like I
ABC
walked
building?
by when I went to dinner.
I used to sell rugs there, and I used to, on the
that's
west side of the
interesting.
street were all the rugs, and I lived like 2 blocks away. Anyway, so I sold rugs to and famous people would come in there all the time, and I sold not a rug, but I sold rug padding to Larry Hagman, who played J.R. Ewing, and he was also the
wow.
astronaut in I Dream
Who
of
killed
Jeannie.
J.R.?
Oh,
That's the one. That's
that's
right.
the guy.
Wow.
You ever find out?
And he came in. Yeah, I was like, "Who really killed you in that show?"
Right.
I think it was Bobby or somebody. But
Why would he have come into that place to buy
because
a
it was
rug?
like 2000 or 2001, and he was in New York, and it was a huge store. So I mean, I
It was
sold
a
her.
premier rug underlayment
Yeah, he needs even famous TV stars needs
Yeah,
rug
they
padding.
sure do. They don't want him
Yeah.
to slip around.
He's a
No,
man
you
of
don't want to slip.
Yeah, but Barbara Eden with her belly button
Oh,
showing.
she was cute.
Yeah,
She's
so
pretty.
My point is
Not
that,
Kim, but she was cute.
So
though.
Larry
I
Hagman.
wouldn't throw her out.
No, he was a scorching alcoholic, and he got
Like
a liver.
me?
Yeah, you're fine. Trust me. You're
Yeah, are we trying to fuck Howard? By the way, I wasn't aware that we
he's-
keep pouring him white wine.
He's
I'm
drinking
drinking
cookies.
a whole fucking
Yeah.
bottle of
He's got-
Sancerre at
he's-
12 o'clock.
Yeah, he's got the cookies.
No, I got the cookies to ballast.
Oh,
out.
sure.
Why don't you go back to that church and fit in with the other winos? You know, lay there.
Hey.
Well, I'm just saying.
Maybe
Those
it-
are good people. They're on hard. You know, they have hard times.
Hard to
They're
get
on
a
some hard
checkerboard
times.
at this
Yeah.
hour. They're all at use.
We came back from Vietnam. They spit on us. Right.
There's some of that too.
Anyway, Larry
Hey,
had.
Larry, yeah.
He
Great
comes.
What's up
gazpacho.
with Larry?
He comes in because all the people that work there were all like Iranian, or they all called themselves Persian because
Oh,
they got
they were
here
Persian.
before
Persian rugs.
before the before the shot.
Before the
I was
shot.
the only like American-born American that worked there, and a lot of them didn't like me because I'd be like, "Hey, this rug's from Kyrgyzstan." You know, they were like, I didn't
He
care.
doesn't know nothing
Sure.
about Kyrgyzstan.
I'll tell you one thing. I saw it like
You weren't from a rug family.
I wasn't from one.
No,
of,
rug
well, that's
family.
why like if you go.
Weavers, a long line of weavers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
1,000 years
Hey,
of
only
weaving.
loom I know is my underwear. Fucking fruit of the loom.
Fruit of
Go
the
ahead.
loom.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
but it was funny because, this rug store, we worked straight commission, but you would go in there. That's why, like, when you go to a rug store and you see, like, piles of rugs and they only sell, like, 2 rugs maybe a week.
Yeah, but they-
because the fucking markup is insane with
Yeah.
rugs. So all I had to do was sell, like, a rug a day, and I'd make, like, $600
But
bucks.
could you actually sell a rug a
Fuck
day?
yeah, you could.
At
We had-
that place? Because
This fucking guy.
Yeah, well,
I
he's a
could.
good salesman. Yeah.
I'd come in, I go, what do you need? What color?
What color
Blue,
you need?
red, multi. You want
and that's a famous place, so
Yeah.
people came
People-
there. Larry,
yeah, yeah.
Larry Hagman came
Right.
there.
Anybody who's anybody.
And most people who are coming into a rug store are coming in to buy a rug.
Right.
They're not,
Not
just to
kicking
sniff
tires.
around.
No.
Kicking
No.
tires.
But I tell you what, the one thing that will fuck you over is they come in and they can buy a rug, but they have 90 days to return it.
Oh,
So, and if they return it, guess what that happens? Old handsome Pat over here has to get the commission
Got to
back.
give the commission back.
Yeah, and
Even if it already went straight up your nose.
that's right,
Yeah.
right on my arm back in
Oh,
those days.
even better,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sweet Lady H.
oh my God.
Yeah,
I
so,
already tied off.
yeah. Come on, man.
I can't put the genie
can't-
back in the
I
bottle.
So
can't-
did that happen?
I can't
to-
sell a PlayStation twice.
Yeah. Did you ever have to return any commissions?
Did you?
Yes, as a matter
Oh
of
my
fact,
God,
the
what a
actor.
jeez. That's
I'll
too
tell you
bad.
the other actor who fucked me over. That was Gabriel Byrne, the actor who's in The Usual Suspects. You guys probably don't know, but he was
Know
in
the
Miller's.
name.
He was in Miller's Crossing.
Okay.
Irish actor. He came in and he's about 5'0", and I knew immediately. And of course, I went over. I go, Mr. Byrne, my name is Brian McCarthy.
No.
Nice. Oh yeah. I turned it on a little bit.
Yeah.
I gave him a little brogue, and
Yeah.
and he goes,
Did he go for it?
Oh yeah, he was with this smoking. He's got to be 70 some odd now, but he had this really cute girl with him. Who was 30 years,
he
20
did?
years younger than him, and he came in. and He goes, "All right, Brian, I need some rugs for me apartment," and they got it, and for me Lucky Charms, and he goes. So I sold him like
apartment.
1 rug, 2 rug, 3 rugs. I sold him about $11,000 worth of rugs
Whoa.
in about an hour because the
that's
girl,
a big week.
the girl that he was with was like, I like this one. I like it. He was
Oh
like,
my
all right.
God.
And we wrapped them up, fucking bagged them up in bags, and we shipped them out like that same
Nice.
day.
Oh, what a day.
And I made like whatever it was, $3,000.
Oh my God, no. He returned them all.
His interior designer. Some
don't
fucking
wanna
knew.
say.
So about 4 days later,
Oh,
I
come
come into work.
That's ridiculous.
Wearing a new pair of sunglasses I bought with
Of
that
course.
Usual Suspects money.
Yeah.
And I see all of the rugs that I sold are out on the floor,
Fuck.
and they're being. And I went to the interior designer because this is a little inside baseball, but the store that I worked for, we did not work with interior designers because we didn't give them a big discount. So interior designers would never come into ABC because we didn't play ball with those guys.
Oh,
So he came in.
That was what it was.
And I went over to the interior designer, and I was
Politics.
like, I already sold these rugs. And he's like, well, I'm working with Mr. Byrne, and we have a contract, and we're returning these. And because they wanted to make sure there wasn't any spilled Jamesons on them or
Right.
cunt juice.
Yeah.
I got a lot of cunt juice.
Shepherd's
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
yeah.
adorable.
Corned beef.
Corned beef.
drippings. Yeah. So
That hurts.
yeah. So that was. So
Oh
what
my
happened?
God.
So what happened was
What a commission.
I now owed The
So would
ABC
they actually, in that time, would you actually be paid out and then have to return it? It wasn't just like, oh, you're not getting the 3K?
No, it was like you could get paid a week later, and then if they return them a month and a half later, based upon So I did. As a matter of fact, I had to take what they call a draw, which is when you work in commission sales. A draw is when they pay you against commissions that you think you're going to make. It's like the store lends you money.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was in hock.
Right. I had to return my daughter's braces.
Yeah, yeah. I said,
Wow,
rip those. Yeah, rip those.
What a high and low that is.
Yeah, I know. I like Icarus. I flew.
It's like Icarus, yeah.
I flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
But,
That would like create an
That's
anxiety.
a great story.
It was something else.
That-
I was
Wow.
I was actually dating my current wife at the time. She
No way.
remembers. I was like, "What am I going to do, babe? I got to sell my cufflinks." Yeah. So
You guys figured it out.
But
though.
then Larry-
you got
you
through
kids,
it. You're
these
here.
kids got through it. Yeah.
But
got
Larry
through it.
Hagman came in.
Ah.
And he had so much plastic. At this point, this is something I've noticed about certain celebrities. When they get to be a certain age, they start to realize that their celebrity is kind of all they have, so they lean into it. And so I guarantee Larry Hagman at a certain
Carrying
point,
around glossy 8x10.
something pretty much he had on a cowboy hat. He's one of those guys that like played J.R. Ewing for so long that he just became J.R. Ewing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he had a cowboy hat on and like a Stetson fucking jacket and like he was dressed all westerny.
It's adorable.
And he had so much surgery. I've seen guys like this
that's
that
adorable.
he wore like tinted glasses.
Sure.
So he looked kind of like Phil Spector. Very weird. But he
Nice.
came in and I said, "Mr. Hagman, I'm a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan. But I said, I'm a huge fan." I said, "How?" And I swear I said this to him. I said, "How's that new liver working out for you?" And he goes, "You want to see the scar?" And I said, "Sure." So I'm ringing him up. He picks
Get
up his
outta
he
here.
unbuttons his shirt.
That's
And
adorable.
and he pulls it up and he's
Cool
got
guy.
this fucking 5-inch long, like faded liver transplant scar. Yeah, I
How
think
did you know that from the
it's like
media?
National Enquirer or
Yeah, the
something.
Enquirer,
I mean,
yeah.
it was a
Page
big.
6 or whatever?
Because do you remember when Mickey Mantle got a liver transplant?
He did.
and then he would drink on it.
He was a big drinker.
People would be like, "The Mick, you gotta go." You guys like, "I got a new one. What's the point? I got a new one. Just hit the reset button. What are you guys worried about? You know, I'll get another one of these. The Filipino's full of kids." Go ahead.
I just want to intervene because I saw Mickey play many times when I was a kid at the stadium. Number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah. Center field.
Mickey Mantle. I only know Mickey Mantle.
That's all. I mean, I don't.
I remember the restaurant on Central Park South, which is now a Serafina, in case you're wondering. But remember Mickey Mantle's on Central Park South?
No.
Yeah.
Is that what he did after baseball?
I guess so.
Oh,
Kind of
how
like Jake
embarrassing.
Kind of like Jake LaMotta,
That's
you know?
so embarrassing.
Well, I don't know how much he was there. I think it was kind of unseemly for a guy who was known to be a complete alcoholic with liver transplants to open a bar. You know, it's kind of like Jeffrey Epstein opening a daycare. Thank you. Anybody?
Yeah.
By the way, the Epstein names are coming out.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say there's going to be a
what
lot
I'm
of.
hearing, yeah.
There's more.
Just
there's more
in time for
junk
the
coming.
holiday.
Yeah,
Let me-
exactly.
Let me guess.
As a matter of fact.
Let me guess.
Ooh.
Hollywood Howard. Hollywood
No,
Howard.
I'm not on it.
Hollywood
No,
Howard.
not on that.
Oh.
I guarantee you. I'm
Because
not on that list.
He always used an alias.
Yeah, but exactly.
Not under that name anyway.
Right. Yeah.
No, just because we're Jews, don't give
Yeah.
me that Jewish thing.
Yeah, you were. Walter.
just 'cause
Walter
we're
West.
both Jews.
Walter West Hollywood.
No, I'm not. No, I never met him.
All right. Well, I don't
know
really
anything
think that
Wow,
you
he's
actually
taking
know.
this really
I know.
kind of
He's like,
seriously.
No, I
which
am.
makes
But you
you
know who I'm
wonder-
worried about on that
Who?
is a
RFK?
Jew, a Jew
Oh, who's the
who
Jew?
I respect greatly, who's a great constitutional lawyer.
Lee Atwater.
No, Alan Dershowitz.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't.
I mean,
Dershowitz.
Alan is serious scholar and is serious, but I hope he's not on
Big
that
porn.
list.
Big.
But he
poon
might
hound.
be. He might be.
You think?
Well, isn't he kind of rumored in the media? He was in those circles.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Okay,
that
for those of
means.
you who don't know who Alan Dershowitz is, he's a professor at Harvard.
Yeah,
and
retired.
He famously defended Klaus von Bülow.
Yes, he did.
And if you ever see the movie, really good movie called Reversal of Fortune, he was played by Ron Silver, and Klaus von Bülow was played by Jeremy Irons. Klaus von Bülow was a European kind of dilettante who married into a very wealthy American family, and famously they thought he may have killed his wife, and he just gave her a lot of insulin and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Alan Dershowitz got him off, right?
Yeah, he did.
Right. Now, my Alan Dershowitz story is Alan Dershowitz used to vacation on Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
And there is a nude beach called Lucy Vincent Beach.
Right.
And I used to go there all the time on Sundays with this guy that I knew, and we would drop acid. And one time, I'm in the water, and I'm on acid, and I'm standing in the water naked, and there's this guy next to me with a big floppy hat, and O.J. Simpson had, this is 93. 94 is O.J. Simpson, because I was 21. And O.J. Simpson had just gotten arrested. And I talked for about a half an hour, blasted on acid with Alan Dershowitz. And I had no idea.
Excellent.
So I come back in from the water, and my friend goes, wow, you spent a lot of time talking to Alan Dershowitz. I said, that was Alan Dershowitz? I'm like, I thought it was an octopus or a sea serpent.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But Alan Dershowitz was a big Martha's Vineyard,
he went to the-
big
well-
Mishkite on Martha's Vineyard running
Well,
around.
everybody went from Harvard goes to the vineyard.
Of course, yeah. So you're worried that he may have.
Well, I'm not. I mean, you can have freedom of association, but I mean, if he was, messing around with underage girls, it's not a good look.
Well, it's possible to be
If
been
I don't know.
entertained by Epstein without having,
Absolutely correct.
partaken
That's
in-
what I'm thinking.
An underage massage.
No, that
right?
is correct.
Because he had like great properties and he had the whole
Yeah.
fucking island.
No,
and,
maybe they were just. You could be a friend. It's not
mover
guilt
and a
by
shaker.
association.
I got to tell you that.
But I mean, I hope he didn't fuck around with underage. That's not.
that whole Epstein thing.
I can
is-
understand the urge.
All right, easy. Slow it down, tigers.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's not qualify this
But
anymore.
you're like,
I get why a person would do
But
that.
it's kind of a red line. So, but we'll see. First of all, if he's on the list, and second, the point that you make, which is well
maybe he
taken,
just went and
that
played
maybe he
polo.
was just within there.
and also, as I understand
just
it,
a friend, acquaintance, whatever.
Jeffrey, a lot of those like really rich guys would like lend their planes to other
yeah,
people to
all
like.
that
Right.
kind of.
to
That's
get him-
right.
right.
to get
That's
him-
not a
Exactly.
crime. That's
No.
not a crime.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Although if he's he's sitting there on a G3 with bouncing a 15-year-old runaway in his lap, from Tampa, I
Yeah.
guess that's. But my whole thing with that,
What should the age be, by the way? To me, that's also. What is the
Well,
appropriate
you're
age?
asking all kind of the big questions.
Yeah,
that,
I
like,
always ask the big questions.
I think.
I know you have two daughters, and I don't want to.
Yes, I would.
But
I think that
I wonder what's
think-
an appropriate age in our time for that.
I think
Is 18
I think
still?
18's a
I
good.
think
is
keep
still-
it there.
Keep it at 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to lower it a little
Well,
bit?
because
All right,
17.
fine, 11.
Here's the thing. There's like the relativity
16.
kind of thing where I think if you're 16 and they're 14, I think it's okay or whatever. Or I think if
Yes.
you're over 18 but they're like within 24 months.
There's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we can
Like-
do that. That's too hard to calibrate.
Well,
but
no,
it's not
that's what
that hard.
that's what the law does. So that
Yes.
it's actually because like
Yeah,
if
I
you're
know, but
a
you
senior in
don't-
high school and you know what I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you turn
No,
18
I'm talking about a guy
before-
like me with,
Oh,
9.
your perversion.
7.
No, 9 is too young.
Uh,
9
but-
is too young.
But I think 18. I think
Yeah.
we'll leave it.
Let's
we can
just-
leave it
yeah,
there.
it's one of those
I
things-
mean, age of consent in New York City or New York is 17.
Right,
will.
that's
lot of-
better than 18.
Well, I mean, argue. I mean,
Are we
I don't-
negotiating? Like, what is
Well,
happening?
yeah. We're
Also-
trying to get to what the age should be in the law.
Also, and I will say this: if you look at the age of consent in America, the different states, it is astonishing how low it is in some states. Like,
Well, in the South, of
I think
course,
the fact that
traditionally.
like people that are real preoccupied with it
Yeah,
is
right.
kind of sort of telling in and of
Yeah.
itself. So I would just kind of keep that
yeah.
maybe close.
Well,
to
wait
the
till
vest.
you get to my age, and you'll see what I'm talking.
Yeah, but you're not. It would
by the
affect
way,
me just as much as
Howard,
it affects you.
at your
No,
age-
boys also. yeah.
Howard, at your
It's not only females, males too.
yeah, Howard, at your age, the age of consent should be 50. I mean, let's
Right,
be
yeah,
honest. I mean,
47.
yeah,
Which,
like-
by the way, I'm watching the Boy Scouts of America documentary.
Oh, is it good?
Speaking of that, it's Boy How
The
but I
Boy
have-
Scouts of America
yeah, the
documentary.
sort of, yeah, it's on
Where
Netflix.
is that?
Netflix, and it's kind of like about
You mean
know
the
what happened and
underside
how,
of the Boy
what about
Yeah, how they went
I know that
bankrupt.
it's called those.
You mean
lit-
with the?
wait? It's called those little tattletales.
Yes,
right.
right,
Yeah, I
little
know that one.
teas.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
You
little
mean the
Weebelos.
Senate Judiciary Chamber?
I haven't got. I only got about 30 minutes in, but they seem to have enabled some pedophiles.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's not
turns
right.
out.
That's not right.
I got to tell you, anybody that likes working with children, I think it's like a real red flag, especially
Yeah.
if you don't have your own kids. There's a guy that I know.
Right, and that's like what all the guys were. They were
Yeah.
childless people that had like. It was like the Catholic Church, and I mean, where they
Yeah.
would like.
It's kind of like the
They'd get
priesthood,
caught,
basically.
and then they would like, but they wouldn't transfer them to a new parish or whatever. But they would move, and then they would just call up the Boy Scouts again.
Yeah, no.
Go, hey, send me another fucking.
I'm wondering now, with all due respect, whether the Pope Francis is that way.
Well, probably is.
Does
I
a little
guess.
scouting.
They're all that
you
way.
think?
Scout, no pun intended.
Little scouting.
Merit badge.
No, that's
well,
what it's
you
going
know
for.
that now.
Yeah,
though,
but he has
He's
clout.
a bit of a
see.
weebelo.
You don't
He
think
has
it will be
he
loyal
has
scouts?
clout. He can.
You know what?
he
They already hide that. How much more hidden can they make these
Right.
priests? I mean, they
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, there's like a bunker
Like
full
how
of
much
these.
gayer
Yeah.
can
Bunch of guys walking around in white dresses.
the Catholic Church get?
You know, like with perfume scented hallways. I mean, it's the gayest thing in the world. But I will say this: I just heard that the Pope has agreed that you are allowed to bless.
Yes.
You can. He will. They won't marry them.
No.
but they'll bless
gays?
same-sex
Yeah,
unions.
just
Okay.
came down. Just came
Cool.
down.
All right.
Yeah. But you have to go like this. You have to go. Ew.
Yeah.
Yuck.
You do it begrudgingly.
Did you make up that one? That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you
You
very
should
much.
be on Gutfeld. If you were a conservative, you could be on Gutfeld.
I know. I know people that are on that.
You're on the wrong side of the line for that because you'd be
I
a
don't
good
think
guest
he's
on
not.
Gutfeld.
You're pretty apolitical. Like
No,
me. I mean,
no,
we're not.
no,
we're
no.
not.
Hey, I'm apolitical.
Okay, he's always monkeying around.
He's too lefty.
Fucking
He's too
bananas.
lefty.
You think?
He's too lefty.
I don't know what I am, but
I don't
I
think
would,
we're
If
anything.
you want me, I could talk to them. Just,
I am.
Gutfeld?
I am very good friends.
just to
with
try you out.
Do you know Tom Shalhoub? I'm very good friends with Tom Shalhoub.
Oh,
He's
then
on the
you
show.
know those guys.
I'm very familiar
All
with
right.
Tommy. Tommy, yes,
All
that's what I
right.
call him.
You should ask him whether
He's one of those guys where you talk to
whether
him,
he would take you
and
on.
like 20 minutes in the conversation, he's like, the vaccination is the thing that makes you a communist.
Right, he's
You're
got
like,
talking point.
what? Sorry.
Right-wing talking
Yeah.
points.
What, Tom? What did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, see, you're too liberal for
yeah.
the show.
Tom's like,
But you'd be a fun guest otherwise.
I've done talking. I'm
You'd be a
I'm
fun-
I'm a pundit.
No, I know. But I'm saying,
Well, I
you'd be
would-
a good
yeah.
guest
I'm
on
thanking you.
Gutfeld,
You're
but you're a
sweet to say
little
it.
bit not. But you know what?
That's the
Once in a
Sancerre
while, they
talking.
do it. They have a lefty.
Yeah, they bring us.
Just to, they do. They
Yeah.
do. They do.
They-
So
They put him in a dunk tank.
you should talk
Right.
to Tom about that.
I will.
Seriously.
Siri,
You could get
call
national
Tom Shalhoub. Don't call
exposure.
Tom Shalhoub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would like.
All
I'm make big moves in
serious.
24. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Maybe, I feel like maybe Howard could.
Well,
I would
represent you.
love to
What
have
are you doing? What's the
I would
matter?
love to have you.
What's your
Would you do
problem?
Gutfield?
Of course I do
That'd be
Gutfeld.
you'd be great on it. Forget me. You'd be very good on that show. You'd be
Yeah.
like a regular. They bring
You
you
don't
back.
think I'd be
they'd-
more like too,
What?
scholarly?
You could be
or
kooky. You could
something?
be
Let's
like-
not put a too fine a point on what you're. You're
right.
all right. Don't worry, Shakespeare. You will get you
Yeah.
through the door. You're like, do you think I'd be a little too
I would
cerebral?
like to sit next
Right.
to what's
Who?
that? The Italian girl who's on. She's cute. Very smart
know.
lawyer.
I don't know who you mean. I don't watch
I
the
saw
show,
her
but
last night.
Yep.
Oh.
No.
I'm sure she's very cute. I mean,
She's cute. She's not amazing, but she's cute and
Okay.
she's really sharp.
Rita Rudner.
No, an Italian girl, and
Italian
she's
girl?
she's
Yeah.
on Gutfeld a lot now.
Okay.
Can you
Italian lawyer.
Cynthia.
Find, yeah.
Cynthia
Her
Boyardee.
first name begins with a G. Gugnolo.
Gugnolo. Look at Gugnolo. Gina
Hey, don't make
Gugnolo.
fun of Italians.
Hey.
hey.
Yeah, her name is Wendy Wap. Right.
Right.
I don't know. It's the Italian.
She's not a
girl.
bombshell, but she's cute.
All right, you don't have
and
to-
she's
God,
smart.
quit-
too.
yeah.
Yeah, well, she's gone from an
She's a
8 to
lawyer.
a 4 in 30 seconds.
No, she's
Campagno?
about yes,
Emily Rose
Emily
Campagno?
Campagno. Yes,
Ooh,
that's
Okay, I'm
right.
gonna
Emily
look her
Yeah,
up. I'm gonna
yeah,
look up
she's
what
nice.
she looks
She's
like.
Nice paisan.
I'd like to sit next to her on Goodfellas.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, Greg, can I get a tablecloth for my lap? Let me show this guinea bitch.
Oh my
Let me find you.
And
hey,
she's young. And
I got a
I don't know.
brajol in my pants. You want to come over here? Get over here. Yeah. Is she young? What is
She's
she,
young.
7 years old? Like you like them?
No, she's
she's
Italian. She's like a. She's like a.
30 or
She looks a little more. A stitch more ethnic than that.
No,
Oh, she's
she's
very attractive. Jeez
Yeah, she's cute.
Louise.
She's
Howard has a very
Jesus,
high
this
bar.
fucking guy.
Yeah.
Howard's
I
like,
tell you.
No, and she speaks well.
Check
I mean,
her out. He wants to kick her out of bed for eating crackers. This guy.
oh yeah,
She's
come
gorgeous.
on. What are you doing?
Hello?
Howard? Yeah, hello.
He's
Right,
like, he's
right.
like maybe
I would taste.
maybe in a
Yeah,
pinch,
she's nice.
maybe I'm on a podcast. I've had a couple of
Yeah.
glasses
All right,
of fucking
Can you send
Chardonnay.
her an email and ask her
Yeah,
if she
let's hit her.
knows
Yeah.
about the Brian
Man,
McCarthy
this guy
show?
is
Follow her on.
I've been on Brian
fully
McCarthy.
delusional.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know.
Why?
She's all right. I take
Oh
her
my
out.
God. Yeah, maybe a Wednesday. She's a Wednesday
Yeah.
night girl.
You're talking to all of your friends at the homeless shelter. You're like, you know,
Right. She's like a
they're all
fucking gorgeous
I know.
attorney.
She's like
So?
She's like 50
I can
years
teach
younger
her
than
some
you.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, ooh,
be a
that's
real,
true,
be a real May, December.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. You could. Yeah, listen. I think a lot of she would do well under your
Some
tutelage.
girls like that.
Yeah.
They
No,
like
no.
to be under the tutelage.
No, she
of
might
a-
have a daddy thing, and you could.
Granddaddy.
That's what you're looking.
Yeah,
for.
or a grand. Or a
That's what
grand.
you're looking
I don't know
for.
how old she is.
Yeah.
So she
Oh,
could, he
come
could
on.
be daddy.
How old
yeah.
is she?
Well, let me
She's
look it
no
up.
more
Let me
than
look it up.
35 at the
Ew.
max.
Oh, so then you could
Gross.
maybe be grand.
35, Howard. Yuck.
Don't you
Right?
think?
What
Look,
a-
she's young.
Why don't we stick her in the back of the bus?
Age.
Oh,
I mean, she can't be more than 35.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
At that.
Those.
Maybe 30?
Campagno,
probably-
44.
Wow.
Oh, she looks good.
Yeah, olives
Even
don't
better
crack.
because she's more mature.
Yep.
Is she married? Is she, you know,
Let me.
Yeah,
look
she
it
hitched.
up. Let me
She
look-
married.
not that that matters.
She married some guy who owns a pizza place. Yeah. Tony Garlic Knots. Hey.
in Staten Island.
Yeah, my
Oh.
wife all day long with the Trump this, the Trump that. Get over, make some manicut. Where's the manicut?
Yeah, it looks like she's married.
Of course she's married.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
all right.
You'll be
She's
here
a
on
real
the side.
catch.
I
Be
got
on the side. I could be.
Don't
the
worry,
other
I got a
side.
Gumara. She got this 80-year-old Jew up in the Upper West Side. Don't worry, everyone's got to go somewhere. Everyone's lonely. I'm lonely.
Voila.
Yeah. So, well, listen.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Whoa, even better.
What?
We're guests together.
Oh yeah, right across, and
I'll
then
reach
like
out.
fucking lady
Yeah,
in
we
the
can't
tram.
meet and
Leave the
stuff.
room.
Drop the fucking.
You guys can share
No,
spaghetti.
seriously.
You guys can share
Yeah.
a strand
Can't you
of
arrange
spaghetti.
that?
I can. Yeah, I'll reach out to Tom
Oh,
Shalhoub.
no problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
No,
I'll
she
re-
come on here. Come on.
I would not be
It's not
surprised.
like she's in some stratosphere where she can't.
Maybe.
you
I don't
can't
know.
reach her.
No, we're both media.
just because she's on Gutfeld.
We're media titans. Yeah. Well, Mike,
Sure.
Joe DeRosa does Gutfield a lot, and
Oh,
he's
does
a-
he? Yeah,
he's
sure, he
not-
could-
He's.
No,
I bet.
seriously.
Yeah,
Can
I'm.
you
Could
see
pass
about
her
her?
a note, maybe.
Never mind all
I
those
don't know.
whores and people you're talking about. blah,
No,
blah.
never mind all our usual horrors.
I'd like to. I'd like
We'll
to
see.
sit
Yeah,
with her.
we'll
How-
see.
no,
sure.
seriously.
How
next
funny
year?
would it be if
Okay.
Lainey actually repped her too? Like every
Ah,
Lucy
there you
Sunshine
go.
and- yeah,
Bring me Campagno.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. So,
Campagna.
maybe she has an OnlyFans. I don't know. It's a good place
I'll
to
just
start.
DM her on Instagram. or
could you
something.
do it seriously?
I don't know. I
Slide.
mean, we can try, but you
No,
know.
try.
Yeah, we'll
But
try.
if she has a daddy thing, you've got to really lean into it. Like
I will.
I'll
Like,
put
don't
that.
even
I'll
men-
put that right in the subject.
Could you
line.
put that in your
Yeah.
in your notes?
Let's just go down to 6th Avenue
daddy
right now.
thing? Question mark.
Yeah. Flip phone? Question mark.
Jitterbug.
Yeah. Hard
Life
candy?
alert?
Question mark. Yeah.
Hey.
Exactly.
Hey,
Medic-
you guys.
we should switch over here. Let's
All
say
right,
hi to some
let's say
folks.
hi.
Respect your elders.
Because we've been
Respect
having
your elders.
problems with this thing freezing up after like an hour and 10. So I
Sorry,
wanna-
guys. We
so,
apologize. By the way, before we switch over, I want to say thank you. We got to look at the
To
new
the other
Patreon
side.
person. We got it.
do we want to do that on the free
thank
show?
him and
It
then
was.
thank him.
I can tell you, their name was Tara Patrick.
Tara Patrick.
I don't know if it's the real.
Is that a
So-
girl?
from the pool party?
Yeah, we want to thank our new
It's the
Patreon
girl.
member, Tara Patrick. So she's a $10
Yeah.
a month or so, sweetie
Yeah.
pie.
Aw.
Thank you, gorgeous.
Where is she in Ireland?
Yes, she's in patio
Really?
furniture.
Tara
She's sitting on some
From the
patio furniture.
Belfast Patrick's.
So,
Hi to our buddy Ted.
Hi,
Hi
Ted.
to Decline. Hi to Colin
what's up?
K.
Hello, Colin.
Hi to Rohi.
Hi,
Hello to
Rohi.
Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Any comments we should
to-
hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit
Okay.
those. Hello to Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Paul says, Howard, accept my friend request, please.
Yeah.
Also, he's also known as Ted Roberts.
Okay.
Paul/Ted.
Get on that.
He says, my bitches.
Yeah, it's all
Yay.
sweetie pie.
And he also says we don't have a single Jew in England.
Nope.
Weird fact.
Ever since. Yep.
Decline says hello, Adam,
on my way.
Brian, and Howard.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hi,
that's
Decline.
nice.
Colin says, ooh, baby, my favorite sexy Jew.
That's right.
Whoa.
That's you.
Yeah.
He's talking about Adam.
Is
now.
that a boy?
Yeah.
Allegedly. You know, it's,
Not
all,
that there's
it's the
anything
internet.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Labels. That's what I say. You can put a wig on anybody.
Paul says, check out Larry Hagman on a show called Shooting Stars. You'll thank me.
Okay. I will do that.
Yeah. Sean says, Adam, nice lumberjack look.
Isn't he cute?
Not yeah.
And that's
Cool.
my.
There you go.
It's because I wanted to throw something on. Red. It's the only thing red. I
Red
had
and black.
handy
Very festive.
For festive. Well, I didn't want to do red and green because we're in front of a green screen.
I understand.
So, but yeah, that's my
I
lumberjack.
should take
look.
his shirt off.
Paul says 16 in the UK.
Okay.
Adam's soundboard says, "Merry Christmas, Brian. Do you
Merry
still
Christmas.
host the champagne party
Ooh.
Would have loved to be there back in the day.
What's
He
that?
knows
The
exactly.
champagne and cookie
What was
party?
that?
Champagne and cookie party. It was a thing that we did a while ago, back in my halcyon days of when I was a younger man.
Yeah.
But, yep. Now we just have cookies, and I just throw Sancerre at you until.
Well, where was the
We're gonna molest you on this
Till you-
table.
yeah,
party
until you,
on the air?
It's exactly what
home.
it sounds like. It was a champagne party. We'd have-
Wait a minute, it was at a place.
On
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, Christmas night,
Eve.
right?
Christmas night. That's right.
Yeah.
Everyone come
Christmas
over.
night.
I was gonna come one year.
Yeah.
And then actually, I was gonna come one year.
Uh-huh.
And then I didn't make it because you lived in Park Slope at the
Yeah.
time. I couldn't make it. I had another engagement. And then I think the next time you saw me, you were like, "Yeah, I really I had to apologize to my wife." There was apparently some kind of scene.
We
What?
super
which
quick.
I was glad that I missed.
What happened?
Well, we would have the neighborhood over on Christmas night, and I may have been overserved, and there was a
Oopsie.
there was a couple there, Asian couple that I'm very friendly
Okay,
with.
this is sounding familiar.
Yeah, and they were like Asian Ken and Barbie, like very good looking. And I think
Yeah.
I just said
Asian
things, and the
Ken
next
and
day,
Barbie.
but it's always weird when you apologize to the husband. I apologized to the wife, and the wife was like, "Don't worry about it. It was fun." And the husband was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass."
He
Like,
was taking it
Oh.
serious.
he was
Korean.
very good. Yeah,
Was he going to use karate?
Yeah,
some
they're
sort of
they're
num-
very tight.
Yeah, nunchucks. Some sort of
Very
nunchucks.
tight. Very tight.
Yeah, I
very
felt
tight.
I was mortified. So anyway,
Oh my
there you go.
gosh.
But I could
All right.
host again. Anyway, we'll get back to it.
Let's
Don't
do it
worry.
again.
You have an invitation.
Yeah.
right.
Also, hi to Cold C says, "What's got you laughing, Alex?"
Yeah.
I don't know who he's
I
talking
don't know.
to. but-
Alex is who?
Yeah.
Fuck it, Alex Trebek or
And
something.
Alex
Adam
Trebek.
Soundboard says, "What shift were you going to? The early shift or the late?"
I don't know.
what is
Sorry.
that?
Is he talking about lumberjack? My lumberjack? I don't know what. I
No,
don't
wait
know.
a minute. The thing that you did, the ABC car. No.
No,
No.
that would be. No,
What
we
could
didn't
This
he-
was
what
like
could that mean?
at 1 minute ago. so-
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
We're
don't
trying. We're
remember.
trying to engage. This is called
Yeah.
engagement.
Yeah,
Engagement.
engagement. Now, a call to action.
Yeah. Okay.
Smash the
call
like.
to action.
Smash the
Oh,
like button.
I feel so dirty. All right, we are switching over to the Patreon. Everyone,
Crossing over.
I will be in Dallas, Texas, so no show next week. I'm sorry, but remember, if you're on
At
the
the
Patreon,
Carousel Club.
yes, I'm gonna.
Well, if you do end up being really bored, we could zoom you in. We could do a
might
thing.
not
if
be
you
the
want.
worst idea in the world.
I'm just saying, if you're chilling in a,
I'm in the
all
Marriott.
you need is a phone. And
I'm in
I
the
can-
Marriott in the Legacy Center in Plano,
Yeah.
Texas.
Uh-huh.
Look
I
for
think
me.
I have.
bar
I
will
think
be
I could
fun.
dial that up.
Sure you can.
If you happen to be just chilling,
Yep.
I'm usually hanging out. on a
And I'm a
Friday.
member of the Marriott Club, which means a continental breakfast. Thank you very
Nice.
much.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do pretty well, guys. I do
Nice.
pretty well.
Cereal from a tube.
That's right.
Love it.
Yeah, these Fruit Loops aren't going to loop themselves.
Hell
No,
yeah, fucking fruitcake.
When I was in Albuquerque, the hotel where I stayed, they had a pancake machine. That was kind of interesting.
Pancake
Ooh.
machine.
Yeah, like continental breakfast. You went into the. I don't
Not
ever.
a waffle, but a pancake.
Right. I don't. I don't
Nice.
fuck around with that stuff because it just seems gross to me. But it was like you'd stand in front of it, you press a button. I felt like George Jetson, and it would squirt out the thing, and
Oh,
it would
come
spit out a
on.
pancake.
So
I know.
crazy.
I have a.
Nice.
Hey guys, I have a pancake.
It spit out a spacely sprocket.
I have a pancake. I have a pancake maker. It's called a wife.
Fuck yeah.
You guys.
I
All
like
right.
that.
On that
That's
note,
right.
And hot. You always want to end hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Go
amen.
out on that.
That was good.
Ted, happy Christmas. Have a great Boxing Day. What are you,
Boxing
Mike? What are you, Mike
Day.
Tyson or something?
Boxing
Fucking go ahead.
Day.
Everybody, we'll see you in 2 weeks. So sorry about next week, but get on the Patreon. Do us a favor.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't.
Plenty of back episodes to enjoy.
Yes, exactly.
Patreon.com/Brian
Thank you.
McCarthy.
That's right. Howard and his 9-year-olds.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, we're going to switch